Shalom. This is the Real Life Shore from GMS Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I just want to give an infinite honor and glory and praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum, Rekha Kudash. The blunders to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Salakia. And peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with all faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you all, I say Shalom. And this is just a spiritual thought lesson, man, just going into, man. Helping your brother, man. Helping your brother, man. Helping your neighbor. Okay, that's part of this thing, man. Even, to say this, even when they don't think they need help, you're spiritual, right? The scripture say, ye which are spiritual, restore that brother, man. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture, but I will get it in this lesson. That's what we're here for, man. All right, to help and aid and assist one another, man, to the best of our ability. Let me say that because it's always a balance to anything, all right? Especially in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemai Shai, man. All right, we balance things, but we help, okay? We help one another, man. All right, we don't sit there and watch brothers fall or watch brothers make mistakes, all right, without giving our correction, our rebuke, our exhortation, our help, man. All right, that's an important thing. We have to do, man, amongst this ministry. Just help a brother, man. Help brothers, Akim. All right. So with that, this is Sirach 29 and 20. It says, help thy neighbor according to thy power, and beware that thou thyself fall not into the same. So it says help. Let's get help, man, real quick. When we look it up, it says help. It says make it easier for someone to do something by offering one services or resources. All right, you go down, it says what? Assist, support. So it says make it easier for someone, all right, to do something by offering your services. Okay, so that's pretty much what brothers do, man. Help one another, man. Offer their services, okay, because you don't want to stunt a brother's growth as well. If a brother want to go through it, you offered your help, you gave your advice, whether he took it or not, or whether he wanted to help, hey, man, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But like I said in the beginning, man, you still make sure you offer, to help or, to give advice, you know what I'm saying? But it says, help thy neighbor according to thy power, and beware that thou thyself fall not into the same, right? Make sure, man, you helping to the best of your ability, all right, what you can do, all right, having that balance, man, okay? You got to make sure of that, man. You don't want to sit there and overhelp and stunt a brother's growth or affect yourself, okay? Brother might just need a couple of dollars, or some gas or whatever, just giving an example. You might need just $100, to get through with gas for the week, But all you have is $100. Well, that means just give what you can, man. If it's $20, I mean, hell, you helped, to the best of your ability, man. But you don't want to give the whole 100, and that's all you have. Now you need gas money. Now you need $100 worth of food, and you ain't got your $100 no more. You don't have no money. Okay, so just being mindful. You know what I'm saying? But if you do have it, like the scriptures say, matter of fact, it's in the same chapter. Because if you do have it to give to a brother, hey, do so, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. It says, lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let not it rust under a stone to be lost. You know what I'm saying? If you do have it, man, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing for you to give it to a brother, man. Then do so, man. Okay? But being mindful and having that balance to helping according to your power, man, what you can do. All right. This is Galatians 6 and 1. I'm going to go to 2. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, this is what I quoted in the beginning, ye which are spiritual, restore such one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. See, it's constantly saying help a brother, but to the best of your ability now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have balance now in all things. But it said if a brother be overtaken in the fault, brother might be going through something, man. Brother might be going through something, man. And sometimes it might be a brother just be battling with pride. He need help, but he can't see he need the help. Then, man, help that brother. You know what I'm saying? That pride to get brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Really need help, but they want to do it on their own. And see, that's when ye which are spiritual, man, restore that brother, man. Let's get that word restore. Get that word restore real quick. Bring back a previous right, practice, custom, or situation. Reinstate, return. You know what I'm saying? Get that brother back in his right mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Help that brother, man. Let him know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that goes into that rebuke, that correction, man. Let the brother know, man. That's help by telling the brother, man, the truth. Which we ought to do at all time. But brother might be suffering with things, especially that pride, man. It gets the best of us. So you might gotta tell the brother, hey, brother, that's a sense of pride on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't be prideful, man. You need help, bro. You know what I'm saying? But also, man, allow that man to work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. That's the balance. So, like, you offered your help, he still didn't want it. Well, the brother gotta, hey, man, you gotta go through it, But you still did your part, man, in helping, okay? Aiding and assisting the brother to the best of your ability, man. Hey, man, it's on him at the end of the day. It said, bear ye one another's burdens, so you fulfill the law of Hamashiach, right, man? Loving thy neighbor as thyself, man. Okay. Even though, a brother might not want to take your help, brother might, want to do what he want to do, hey, man, bear it, hey, don't get all upset about it, at the end of the day, it's a man, and sometimes, we got to go through things, and you can't stop that growth, that process, or nothing that the Lord got set up. So, hey, man, a lot of times, brother might be battling something, man. Hey, you bear that. Because we all go through it. The best of us, man, that thorn in our fleshes. So, hey. This 1 Peter 4:8, it says, and above all, have fervent. Let's get fervent. It says have fervent. It says having or displaying passion, intensity, okay? Fervent charity among yourselves, or charity cover the multitude of sins. So having that fervent charity, man, that help. Okay, because when you go into charity, it says what? Verse 2 says the voluntary. Definition 2. It says the voluntary giving of help, typically in a form of money to those that are in need, man. But you understand that charity can be more than just money. All right, more than just anything about finances, man. Okay, charity could be listening to one another, just being that support, man. But it also is voluntarily, man. All right, so willingly, man, having that passion to help one another, to be there for one another, man. Okay. And hey, it is non-profit, man. It costs nothing to help a brother half of the time, man. And ain't got, like I said, ain't got to be nothing with money, man. Just being that ear for a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it costs nothing to keep it real, as they say. But yeah, it said it covered the multitude of sins. Why? Because it's fulfilling, man. Loving our neighbor as thyself, which is the second most greatest commandment, man. Come on now. And I said forms of charity for a friend. It says forms of charity for a friend, a brother, involve giving times. Like I said, that time. It says skills or resources ranging from practical help, like cooking, meals, or babysitting, to organizing fundraisers, donating goods, clothes, food, or money, offering emotional support. All right. It says through motivational messages. All right. This word, the scripture, that's what's motivation. That's what gives you the spirit, man. All right. That's what keeps you going, man. All right. And we all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. When brothers talk and brothers speak to one another, man, it's all the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Thus said the Lord, man. All right. It says, or even volunteering together to cause like but you know, being that emotional support, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving that time, okay. And you know, hey, if you, like I said, man, like I read in that Ciroc, man, hey, if you lose our money, you know, if you got money, you know, the brother is in a bad shape, then hey, help him, you know, according to thy power, you know, if he wants to accept it, and if he's needing the help, you know, help that brother, okay. This Matthew 19:19. It says, Salakia. It's the wrong one. Salakia, man. I thought I had the right one up there. He saw these damn phones, man. Be typing for you. This is Mark 12:30. It says, "And thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength." This is the first commandment. So this is the first greatest commandment, okay? Guess what? And the second is like, namely, this, all right? So it's likened unto it, all right? It's right beside it. It says, "Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, and there is none other commandment greater than these," okay? So the things I have spoken of, and many more scriptures that goes into, you know, helping your neighbor, man. Okay, loving, showing that support. All right, having that charity for your brother, man. That's part of this great commandment. One of these greatest commandments, man. All right, that's fulfilling it. All right, the law. Okay, this is this is an AI overview. It says loving someone inherently, and that's permanently. All right, consistently. All right. It says loving someone inherently involves offering and receiving support, care, and help. All right. So that's loving our neighbor as thyself, man. By having an act of charity, by helping a brother, man. That's love. Okay. That's loving our neighbor as thyself. One of those greatest commandments, man. All right. It's likened unto the first greatest commandment, loving the Lord with all thy heart and thy mind and thy soul, man. All right, so with that, I just want to give it infinite and glory and praise to the Most High and Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, the belongings to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Archangels, pushing this truth, our faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say Shalom.